Reverend Teresia Wairimo and Faith Evangelistic Ministry invite you to the 2010 August Conference. Guest speakers Pastor Kantai, Dr. Ron Kennelly, Reverend Alan Kuna and Bishop Walter Smith at Jamhuri High School from Sunday the 8th to Saturday 14th of August from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Theme: In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Saturday the 14th of August, special ladies meeting and men's meeting at 10 a.m. Wednesday 11th, special service featuring Faith Evangelistic Ministries Korogosho and Faith Evangelistic Ministries Kikambala Children.
Cass Magazine 12th edition is out. Get your copy and learn more about the journey Cass FM has come from in the past 5 years. You will also understand the concept of urban farming and the art and importance of strong branding. What are the real human aspects that business consultants cannot tell you concerning the real challenges faced by the first-time entrepreneurs? Ask and answer some 20 reality check questions in the 12th edition of Cass Magazine. Cass Magazine is available at Cass offices, street vendors, mobile wall outlets, and all leading supermarkets countrywide. Get your copy now and be a part of this exciting way of enhancing your knowledge. Cass Magazine, committed to enhance your knowledge.
Driving problems? Not anymore. For competency in driving, enroll with your road safety partner, Health's Driving Academy, now offering advanced courses from only 6,500 shillings.
Health Driving Academy. Don't just drive, drive competently.
East Africa has become one market investment destination for local and international organizations, and hence the introduction of the first ever region's most comprehensive informative business directory to facilitate better informed trade and investment decisions in Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania and Uganda. East Africa Business Directory. For as little as 6,400 Kenyan shillings, get your company products and services listed in our 2010-2011 edition and hit the East African community market of over 126 million people. One market, one destiny, one business directory. The East Africa Business Directory. Contact Ad Africa Communications Limited.
KBC Channel 1, Kenya's watching.
Sonadol.
As Kenyans will tomorrow decide the fate of the proposed constitution.
I appeal to Kenyans to turn out and cast their votes in large numbers. Let us do so peacefully.
The president rallies Kenyans to maintain peace during and after the plebiscite. And the country's security apparatus on high alert to ward off violence.
KBC Channel 1, Kenya's watching.
Sonadol Extra imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli kupambana haraka na maumivu ya kichwa, mwili na hata meno. Gugu anasongelea pale anampatia Maish. John anampigia cross safi sana kumtafuta Thuram. Goal!
Mimi kama coach huhakikisha ninayo Sonadol Extra kila wakati.
Sonadol Extra, hakika bidhaa bora kutoka Sonal Holdings. Maumivu yakizidi, muone daktari.
KBC Channel 1, Kenya's watching.
Welcome back to the platform. Now, you've noticed we've been joined by two more guests. This is Zahid Rajan and Nivi Mukeja. I hope I got that right. From the Kenyan Asian Forum. And why they're here is because they've taken it upon themselves as citizens to go off and monitor the election process. As we were being told earlier by Winnie from the IIEC, it's actually citizens' responsibility to make sure that this is a clean and fair election. It's our election, so we better make sure that it's as clean as we want it to be. So starting with you, Zahid, what's the Kenyan Asian Forum? One, very quickly, but secondly, why are you doing this?
Okay, the Kenyan Asian Forum's mission is to advance social justice, reform, cohesion and nationhood. And we're filling a void in the sense that there's practically no political representation of the Asian community, and therefore as a group we've taken upon ourselves to create political interaction with Kenyan society and be part of the larger move and be integrated in the political process as far as reform, cohesion and nationhood is concerned.
Nivi, you're young, and it's very rude to ask a lady her age, so I wouldn't. But you seem young, and some people may be surprised that at your age and the community you come from, it doesn't seem to some people that you take too much interest in politics. It's not been there too much before. We've had stories of the independence heroes and people like that. But since then, it's been fairly quiet. But you're there. You're actually going to wake up at, what was it, 5 o'clock?
6.
They'll be up at 4.
No, they need to be up at 4 together. Yes, exactly.
Observing, yeah.
You're going to wake up at 4 o'clock, and presumably you're going to go possibly even overnight just to monitor this thing. Why do you take such an interest?
Well, I guess we come from a heritage where we've also fought for independence. We fought for rights. We fought for our political and social justices. And I come from a generation, I think, that's still, unfortunately, trying to shake off the stigma of who Kenyan Asians are in this country and the role we play. We all know that Kenyan Asians play an important economic, cultural role, but politically maybe are not that active. So I feel that I need to really shake off the stereotype of the crooked Asian businessman, the crooked Asian politician. Because those are a few bad apples, but I come from a family, and my friends come from families, where those business practices are, conducted with a very strict, moral and ethical code. And most of us, the majority of us Kenyan Asians, I like to think, care very deeply about this country and love this country. And I love Kenya. I don't have another country. There's no other place where I would go or I would call home. And a majority of Kenyan Asians feel that way.
Zahid, you and I have known each other for, well, it's been too long now. I know how active you've been, not just politically, but also in social circles. You put together all these festivals that bring together that sort of masala-ness of the African and the Asian and whatever other heritage that we have. Do you feel that you're making a difference in the sense of Kenyan Asians actually coming to the fore and not feeling afraid perhaps that they'll be victimized if they start taking political sides?
I think absolutely. I think we've had a major impact over the last 5 or 6 years where we've managed to first of all create awareness of the agenda of nationhood and cohesion. 2 is we managed to bring on board a lot of youth and a lot of members of the community who felt that either they were not being represented or there was no voice. And so we've given them a platform to come out and talk. And it starts with the easy platform of getting culturally involved, getting involved in festivals, writing for our magazine, talking to the larger community by using these various platforms. But what we've realized is, especially over the last few months and the last 1 month in particular, when we've gone around the country in terms of civic education around the Constitution, we've had a tremendous response. We've been to Nakuru, Eldoret, Kisumu, Mombasa, and we've had also forums here in Nairobi. And the turnout and the response has been phenomenal. In fact, when it came to putting this group together in terms of monitoring, within 48 hours, we got 100 youth interested in actually monitoring this process, and it's been fantastic. I mean, they just, at the drop of a telephone call, we got in 20 names from each town ready. We've talked to them over the last 48 hours. They're extremely excited, and they're raring to go. And the question is not only this particular thing in terms of monitoring the elections, but what afterwards? How do we get involved? We want to be part of mainstream. We want to be Kenyans first, and I think that is a very important move towards becoming true Kenyans.
All right. Winnie, are there many such groups who, in terms of monitoring the election, not just from a perspective of, like you said, the yes or no sides, but just normal citizens groups? Are there many of those?
We call them observers.
Okay.
And right now we have observers from different countries. We have the AU, we have the EU representatives, we have the Commonwealth countries also coming in to monitor, and we have the high commissioners in Kenya from different countries who will be observing. Here we have observers, we don't have monitors. You have the local, national team that brings together different civil society individuals who are interested in following up the process. So I think